This week's project is coming out as part of the $2,000 Before and After Furniture Challenge, hosted by the Furniture Squad. If you haven't heard of the Furniture Squad, I'm going to give you information about that a little bit later. So hang on and let's see this week's project. Oh, I can do that. My restoration piece today is a primitive mantel fireplace around that was given to me by John, my neighbor. John gave me this mantel last spring after it had obviously been sitting in the weather for quite some time. And afterwards, some bleach. He kindly thought of me and hoped I could do something with it rather than leaving it for trash pickup. John passed away late in the summer, and so I say a little prayer for him that he rest in peace. I hope he would be happy with how I refinish it. So I called and ordered a piece of veneer because this is just too far gone. There's nothing to it really. It's paper thin and peeling up, and it's really not worth saving. So I ordered a new piece, and I'll go pick that up tomorrow. And I'm not sure about what to do about this little cubby. I think it's neat that it's there, but when you look at it, this is so thick when it goes down, it just hits this board in here. So you can see this. It just hits the top of the frame of the whole mantle. And in order to make this fit and make it into a cubby, I would have to cut a little piece of that out. And I actually don't want to do that. So I'm still thinking about it. I'm pretty sure what I'm going to do is I'm going to just affix this. This challenge is won by your vote. A QR code will be visible on all the videos. After you watch them all, click on a QR code and fill out your vote. You will automatically be entered into a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. No purchase necessary. Okay, nice and dry. And so now I am going to put it up on my bench and pull it apart. Oh, really? So with the wood hardener, you want to clean out everything that you can, everything that's rotted or loose, and then put several coats of the wood hardener on until everything looks kind of shiny. And I can see here that there's a lot of loose veneer on the outer panels. And I'm going to fill all the rotted parts. Once it's all dry and hard, I'm going to fill the rotted parts with some Bondo. But I'm going to try to keep this veneer because it's just along the edges. I'm not sure if that's possible. I should have some red oak veneer around. So first I'll build up my surface, and then I'll fill in whatever chips and pieces and that I'm missing, and then clamp down the ones that are flagging. So it's almost like everything will happen at once with this piece. Wood hardener is a great product when you need it. Normally, I would use it on antiques or even around a window that's failing. It can really help stabilize and lengthen the life of your piece. When I use wood hardener on antique or very old wood, I like to cut out the rot as much as possible first, harden under the layers, and then carve in a fresh piece of wood. This, however, is plywood, so there's no carving here. And it's a lot of just, hurry up and wait, waiting for things to dry. Yeah. So, because once everything is dry, the Bondo will harden up quickly, the veneer will go down quickly. And although I actually had planned to take this apart because it's just simply pocket holes. But once I started, I could see that, everything was just going to fall apart. And so, if I'm going to try to keep the piece as John built it, I'm going to have to leave it together. I'll try. I mean, that's my goal. Unless something goes wrong, that's what I plan to do. So I don't know what the white is, but I think that's just part of the wood hardening. I don't know if you can see that it's a little bit shiny. That's what it's supposed to look like. And you can see it maybe a little bit better on this side. Not sure if you can see that. But yeah, so right now I'm going to mix up some Bondo and I'm going to fill all these voids, and then we'll have a good surface to work with. And I went and picked up some oak veneer for the top that I can replace it. Yeah, so we're on a roll. There we go. That was neat. Bummer. My glues are frozen. Normally I would use the old brown glue to glue veneer, but I'm going to use my wood glue, which is fine. It doesn't matter. And my wood glue is too thick for a syringe because it's just so cold in here. So I've got the Q-tip. What the heck? It might make a teeny bit of mess, but I'll wipe that off. Don't really want to break that piece. A little piece of veneer that fell off of here. Do you want to learn more about refinishing and restoring furniture? Join the Furniture Squad today. You'll get tips and tricks from expert furniture refinishers. Maybe you're furniture curious and just want a little inside scoop before you get started on your furniture refinishing journey. We're all here to help one another, and if you join the Furniture Squad now, you'll have a chance to win a furniture refinishing kit. I can see that there are nail holes here, so I'm going to try to, and glue, there's glue, and I can't sand it well enough if I don't remove the applique, so I'm going to try to do it without breaking it. It's nothing fancy, but it is wood. And you can see the grain in it. So that's kind of cool. I'm glad I could get it off without breaking it. Hot water out of the microwave. So I did put oxalic acid on this piece, and this is about as good as it's going to get. I'm going to finish by sanding that top off camera in order to prep it for the new veneer. heat and heat. You know you're online too much when you try to make this bigger by going like this. So I have my trims that I'm going to put on. And let's do that right now. I used oxalic acid on it. There really is no finish, but I just want to go over it. This is 4-aught steel wool, and I just want to gently go over it, just so that there's no nibs or nubs or anything like that on it. So this is just a slurry of putty, and it's over a coating of shellac because I'm going to put the new veneer on it and I don't want it to be porous at all. And so prepping is the most important part. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be smooth, evenly smooth. If I could say that a different way, it doesn't have to be pretty. Then it fell. All the rust is off. Although I've done a lot of small veneer repair and replacement, I've never laid an entire large sheet. I'll cut the piece oversized in case I make a mistake. I can always cut more off, but I can't add any more. This veneer is the peel and stick kind, and it's red oak to match the rest of the mantel. I have a brayer to roll over the veneer and make sure it adheres completely. I'll use the front of the trim as a guide and the factory edge and cut the back and sides to fit. I think that's the safest thing to do. And I'll begin by sticking it down this side and clamp the rest so it stays in place. I'll remove the clamps as I go so I don't get myself in trouble. I rolled it with the brayer, but I think I should trim it before I go any further. I'll use a straight edge to make sure I don't lose my way. A little trimming with my chisel makes the edge nice and sharp. I'll take my time, finishing out the trimming with a very sharp razor, and then I'll sand it. I'm not 100% sure about the iron, but it seems like it would help melt the glue to the surface. It's a dry iron and it's very hot, and I'm going to speed it up. I actually went over it really slowly for about 6 or 7 minutes actually. I'm starting my stain by applying it with a sponge brush and wiping it off with shop towels in the other hand very quickly. Although the directions say to leave for 3 minutes, I won't do this here. This old stained wood is very likely to absorb stains unevenly based on the fact that it is plywood with glue substrate. I don't trust it. This is an oil gel stain, and I'm using this for the same reason. It's better at hiding defects. I wanted to show you how I'm working around the applique. I haven't put any stain on that applique because it just has a naturally dark finish. And what I'm doing is using an old scrub. It's called a scrub type brush. And the bristles are very flayed on it. So in other words, it's a brush like this, and I am just going in close with the stain and then quickly taking it off. The can says to wait 2 or 3 minutes and then wipe it off, but that isn't really what I'm going to do because I wouldn't get an even enough finish like that. So it's a kind of a tedious, but you don't want too much stain up here because you want to be able to still go in and wipe it out. And you want to work quickly. And I'm just making sure that the stain is kind of giving a little bit of a halo effect under there. And then I'll take my sponge and I'll just blend it in. I don't want this to fall. There we go. So that's a nice application and give it a little bit of a halo effect. And I'm going to go over it a couple of times to make sure I have all my details covered. Use some Howard Citrus Shield. It's a paste wax and it's a beeswax. And this is a really nice finish for a rustic piece like this. And this brush will get in all the crevices. If you've been watching this far, thank you so much. I am really glad you made it to the end of the video. Please click like and subscribe if you like this video and you want to see more. And please watch the entire playlist for the $2,000 Before and After Challenge that was hosted by the Furniture Squad. And special thanks to the Furniture Squad for hosting this challenge. And don't forget to vote for your favorite by scanning the QR code that you found in this video. I wish you all good and beautiful things. Take care. These are the products I used in this project. And these are the tools I used. Yes, coffee is a tool.